So for today's video, I originally wanted to do a ZV-1 versus a ZV-E10 video shootout because I've had the opportunity to work with both of these cameras. You know, I didn't want this video just to be another this camera versus that camera and why you should get it type of thing. Instead, in today's video, I want to focus on what the strengths are of the ZV-1 versus what the strengths are of the ZV-E10, because even though both of these cameras have been marketed as vlogging cameras, I personally feel that they are two separate, completely different type of cameras, and they serve a completely different purpose for whichever side of the vlogging sphere you find yourself in. So I'm going to break down what I like about the ZV-1 and what I like about the ZV-E10, and then at the end of the day you can make that decision which of these two cameras is actually the camera for you in 2021 and going into 2022. So to cover what is exactly the same between the two cameras, we know that they both have 24 megapixel cameras, even though the one is a 1-inch sensor in the ZV-1 and the other one is a crop sensor in the ZV-E10. Both of these cameras come with the Sony's picture profile, Cine, HLG, S-Log, and you can shoot in those different picture profiles to give you that flexibility of color grading your image in post. I was telling a little bit of a white lie earlier when I said that the ZV-1 has a 24 megapixel sensor. It doesn't have a 24 megapixel sensor. It has a 20 megapixel sensor, and the ZV-E10 is the only one between the two that has a 24 megapixel sensor. So I just wanted to make that correction. So I'm just going to go back to editing the video. I did do a quick review on the onboard mic of the ZV-E10. My verdict on the onboard mic is that it is good enough for content creation and vlogging. You can get yourself an additional external mic if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to do that, because I think that both these cameras, the ZV-1 as well as the ZV-E10, is fantastic for what comes with the camera. So these are some of the features that I absolutely love in the ZV-1. And the first one is that I don't have to worry about carrying any additional lenses. I think that the built-in f1.8 to 2.8 24 to 70mm zoom lens is sharp and clear enough. And I think the plus side for it is that I don't have to really worry about changing lenses or carrying any sort of lenses when I'm in the middle of shooting stuff. I use my ZV-1 not only for vlogging, but I also use it like to shoot cinematic B-roll and video. And I think that just focusing on creating and not having to worry about if this focal length is right or proper, it just makes it so much convenient. The other thing about the ZV-1 is so convenient. It's compact, it's small, it's pocket size. You can carry it in your pocket and you can literally pull it out, start shooting video in 4K. And I think for me, that's the ultimate when it comes to convenience. I think the top feature for me in the ZV-1 is the high frame rate feature, where you are able to shoot up to 960 frames per second, which is for me completely nuts. There are so many cool things that you can do when you're shooting in this high frame rate mode. The object tracking and eye autofocus is completely nuts. I mean, the kind of eye autofocus that just won't let go. And it has a built-in ND filter. The $3,900 FX3 doesn't even have a built-in ND filter, and I think that is just like pro quality. Moving over to the ZV-E10, what I love the most about this camera is that it is really simple to use. It comes with 3 easy select modes for video, photo, and slow and quick mode, or S&Q mode. There isn't a Sony lens you can't mount onto the ZV-E10. Every Sony E-mount, or even the cheap third-party lens manufacturers like Sigma and Tamron, their E-mount lenses work on the ZV-E10. It has a bigger sensor, so the APS-C sensor is a beast in low light versus the ZV-1. It's the cheapest APS-C crop sensor camera in the Sony range with all of these features. It has active steady shot, which means you don't really need a gimbal. And I think the gyro data that it records allows you to stabilize the footage in post, which is completely insane. And lastly, the long battery life versus the ZV-1. You can't compare the two. And shooting time-lapse videos in S&Q mode is like the easiest thing to ever do in a camera, and who doesn't like a good time-lapse? So I'm just going to go completely on a limb here and be completely biased and say that the ZV-1 for me definitely is the camera going into 2022. I just love the small form factor. I love the fact that it shoots 4K. I love the fact that it has high frame rates, which you don't have in the ZV-E10. It is a fantastic camera, and I think that for anybody that wants to buy a new camera, you want to go that option, you're not making a wrong decision. But if you want to listen to me at any point in time during this whole entire video, I simply just love the ZV-1. I've seen so many creators use it in so many different applications, and just the mere fact that it's so small and so tiny, and yet it has unlimited record. It has 4K footage. You can shoot the high frame rates. Like I said, it's just a very playful camera for me, and for me that is an all-rounder. Yes, it does have its limitations, but I think that you can work around a lot of those limitations. Like I'm shooting on a Ulanzi wide angle lens, and I'm going to do a sort of unboxing / review talking about all of the different accessories that you can use with the ZV-1, and I am going to link it up here if you want to go watch that video. But please let me know, what is your content ideas for 2022? Are you going to do some cool stuff? Please let me know in the comment section below, and while you're down there, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I am running a bit of a competition at the moment where I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm not going to reveal too much at this point in time, but it has to do with you subscribing to the channel. So if you are subscribed to the channel, you do stand a chance of being part of the giveaway, and this is the road to 1,000 subscribers. So we did just cross 300 subscribers on the channel. The giveaway is just a side thing, really, to be honest with you, but I feel that I want to reward my subscribers instead of the other way around. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like it, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button, and please share if you can. And until I feel like making another video, cheers.